And I think him by himself can win at least a game. I think them as a team can win at least another game. And that's going to be about it.
You saying Harden can win a game by himself? You out of your mind. James Harden in the playoffs can win a game by himself? No.
One thing we have to keep in mind is that, and we talked about it on the show,
but at the same time, it comes from two different points.
Then all of a sudden, you want to say, oh, well, you know,
I think for me, I don't know if I can speak for everybody else.
This is DeadEndSports.
Moving forward, man, I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen with Houston and Golden State. If y'all listen to us on Blog Talk Radio, I was the only one to say watch out for Houston. Moving forward, now do I think they could win? Chef Curry with the shot, man. You gonna cook them boys up for real.
Right.
I got Golden State in 6. I think, you know, James Harden being second to MVP, you know, Ken is going to get into his Harden thing. I'm going to let him do it. But look, I believe more so in Harden than maybe anybody on the crew. I think he's going to have good games, and I think him by himself can win at least a game. I think them as a team can win at least another game, and that's going to be about it.
You saying Harden can win a game by himself? You out of your mind. James Harden in the playoffs can win a game by himself? No, no, he's never done it.
So how many games?
It's going to be a sweep. It's going to be a sweep.
Golden?
Yes, it's going to be a sweep. Yes, it's going to be a sweep.
I think Golden State wins at 5. I don't
if Golden State even, well, okay, gentlemen sweep.
Right,
that'll be for you guys.
Right.
I think 6 is far too much.
Yeah.
Harden doesn't have it. I don't believe in Howard.
I don't believe in Howard either.
And the only players on that team that I believe in are Brewer. Brewer looks like that dude from around the way that used to play with on the court, you know, and pick a ball like in the neighborhood. That's what he reminds me of when he walks, the way he carries himself, his whole game.
And we know Ariza got post-game fight too.
Yeah. Ariza's that dude too. So, you know, I think they are a big part of the reason why they came back in this series. Because as we already said, you know, Dwight Howard at 20 and 20, that's great, but he didn't have an impact in the fourth quarter. Nope. It was Brewer, Trevor Ariza.
He think he's gonna hurt him.
And Josh Smith. Yep. Not their stars. And Dwight Howard got some rebounds. He had a nice block. He had 1 point, but nah, the guys that ushered in that comeback was those 3. All of that said, Harden has proven countless number of times that in the playoffs he has a tendency to disappear. They hold the whistles, he don't get to the free throw line as much, and when his jumper is broke, it's broke.
Yeah.
And he can't hit a shot, you know, and in all honesty, even in this game he was missing. Chris Paul locked him down. You know,
he does that.
I understand that.
He his credit. Don't take it away from him. Give CP his credit, man. The man shut down 6'11" KD last year. So
I will say
6'5" James Harden isn't that.
I will say this much: we got to give, as much as I'm not picking Houston to win, we got to give Houston some credit because they were dead in the water.
Yeah.
I mean, you're 3-1. Yeah. You're losing by 20 in the fourth quarter. I mean, most teams are throwing the towel. They kept fighting. They kept fighting. They kept fighting. They were able to force a Game 7. So I mean, and then that's why you play
the regular season to get that home court. So that way, Game 7 is on my home court. It makes it tougher for you.
So I personally I salute Houston for what they did, but I'm not giving them. I'm not giving them any chance to win the series.
Starting lineup.
I'm not giving them any chance. Yeah, I give them their props, but I'm not giving them any chance to win the series.
They didn't win a game against them this year, and they were all blowouts. I know everybody say, "Yeah, regular season means nothing." Look at how they won in the regular season. And we've seen the Warriors play. They want it. And maybe the Warriors will want it more after this because they fought like the Clippers did not fight.
Right.
But I don't think I don't see it, man. What about you, B? I'm calling sweep.
Yeah,
what you got?
Yeah, I'm calling 5 games. I say Warriors.
Gentlemen sweep.
Yeah, I said gentlemen sweep. That's what I'm gonna say. Gentlemen sweep.
You mentioned Harden earlier. What do you think Harden's gonna do at this level? Because now stakes are even higher.
Nothing. He ain't gonna do anything. He ain't gonna do anything, man. We'll have the final numbers when you look at the box score. It's gonna look good.
He always got the box score numbers.
7, 8, or 9 of that came from the free throw line in the fourth quarter. He hit a jumper, but listen. Harden didn't have an impact on the game in the second half until they started to build the lead. Right. He became more aggressive with the ball, started going through the free throw line. They showed a stat that said he was 1 for 8 before then.
Yep.
And that's kind of how he plays. I think he likes to play downhill sometimes. At least that's kind of what I've seen in the playoffs. I don't think he's going to do anything. Curry's about to work that boy. Klay Thompson's going to, well, they're not going to guard each other, but you got Klay Thompson. Yeah. And you guys have talked about his defense.
Yeah, defense.
So we'll see.
Yeah. But you had Harden as MVP though.
Huh?
But that's the regular season, though, Ken. That's the regular season.
Don't give him no out about that. Don't give him no out.
My reasons still remain. I had him as the MVP because of what they did in the regular season with all of the injuries that they sustained throughout the regular season. They had a shell of a team. Right. Dwight Howard wasn't there. Patrick Beverly was hurt. People were hurt in and out. Terrence Jones. So he gets a lot of credit for carrying that team in the regular season. In the playoffs, it's a different animal. They got a bye in the first round. Who did they play in the first round? I don't even remember. Dallas, and they were hurt. Yeah. So that was easy because they can't play the defense. Second round,
Rondo wasn't there.
And Rondo really wasn't there mentally and physically and, you know, whatever else. But look, we saw this team. They were being demolished by the Clippers. That never remained until 3.5 quarters.
It's not like these games been close. Like even the games that Clippers won, it's not like it's been a close series. Okay, they got them 3-1 by some close games. The Clippers was like manhandling these dudes, blowing them out. It was just like,
but doesn't that go to Houston's resiliency? Because wait, hold on. Look, because I'm picking Golden State too, so I don't think that they're gonna do it. But the fact that they were down so much to the Clippers, they kept fighting. I'm anticipating Golden State jumping on their neck. And especially when you got two guys like Steph and Klay, we know. Look,
Green having a career year.
So I think that they are gonna step on Houston's neck, but I'm not gonna. Are we gonna be surprised now them coming and making a run?
Well, I think the difference is that you have a Golden State team that won't let up. The Clippers obviously let up. I don't. If you get them up, I don't think.
Because even when they miss it, they still shoot through it.
Right, because and they keep fighting, and I don't see that in Golden State.
And we saw that fight in Golden State when Memphis had a chance to put their foot on their neck, and I was thinking like, man,
so they was resilient.
They were resilient. You know what I'm saying?
I get I'm thinking Golden State.
Like they was resilient to me, which I think is a tougher, more physical defensive team in Memphis than Houston. So I think Golden State 5.
Like I said, if they can fight through Memphis, Rockets,
Memphis was tough. Memphis is. I was telling Cal, I was like, I don't know. I was like, if Memphis go at 3-1, I just didn't see them coming. I didn't see Golden State coming back from that.
Because Memphis could have beat them.
They could have.
Yeah.
What that did for the Clippers is that toughened the Warriors. I mean, what that did for the Warriors is that toughened the Warriors up.
Stephen Curry said it. Stephen Curry said
he did.
Yeah, he said like that. It helped toughen us up. Like. Us playing against a tough defensive team like Memphis, he said we needed that. This was something we needed.
And especially the opposite type. Especially the opposite type of team. Because you're talking about run and gun, shoot threes, move the ball, high tempo. No, because I'm not taking away from the defense. I'm not taking away from the defense. I'm talking about being gritty. Because
when like I was telling you, think about when Clippers really beat Houston. Like they was all jump shots. Okay, go on. And you talking about a team light them up with the jump shots.
I know, but typically the idea with a jump shooting team is that they're soft.
Exactly.
And then when you play against a Memphis team that is known as the grindhouse, there's no other way to explain the Memphis Grizzlies outside of grind.
I mean, Gasol,
Zebo, Tony Allen, that's what they do. And for Golden State to withstand, because they went through shooting slumps in that series.
That's what I'm saying.
At one point
he disappeared for a second because Tony Allen was on.
I think there was one game. I think
that was your.
I remember. Team all defense. And that was the guy that I said.
And y'all said, and he was like, Tony Allen.
Tony Allen.
Open up the video.
They tried to clown me about Tony Allen.
I know what Tony Allen.
I know what Tony Allen. I didn't agree with him being the defensive player of the year this year.
I told you he wouldn't get anybody else's vote but mine. But that's why. And he did his thing against Steph. and Thompson.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So it's kind of like whatever. But I agree with Steph. I like their chances even more because of who they had to beat to get here. You know what I'm saying? And they definitely got a lot tougher. And I don't think that you can take this jump shooting team lightly. And that's why I always disagree with Charles Barkley, and I agree with Kenny Smith because they don't. Because the whole argument is Steph Curry and Klay don't shoot close to 50. But when you shoot 40 from 3, it's like shooting 60 from 2. So I'll take that.
Going back to what you said, I just want to bring it up just to be fair to Houston. Can we say that they have gotten tougher after what they've had to endure?
Of course.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, you don't go.
That's what he's been saying.
Yeah, you don't go through what they went
both of y'all
to get to
they've been saying it.
I mean, having been down at that juncture when, I mean, really, your season was in the balance. And I mean, if you was about to be going fishing.
Anybody else would have given up.
Anybody.
I think they did. The starters. Hardly giving up.
I guess
but at that point, the starters really wasn't.
Stupid.
To be honest, they weren't given, you know, the Rockets a lot anyway. So Kevin McHale was playing with house money when he put the second team in.
That's why why you can't win a championship without a team. You need a team.
Yeah, that's true.
You need your guys. You need them guys.
You need stars.
But you need a team because you never know who's gonna have a big game. Ask LeBron about Mike Miller. You know what I'm saying? Like ask LeBron about Ray Allen. Like it's always the other guys because you know what your stars are gonna do because they're stars. They're gonna get you 20 plus. They're gonna do rebounds, assists, whatever they do. Who's gonna step up? Ariza hit 6 threes, 20-some points. Big time. They don't win without him.
That's gonna do it, man. These are our predictions for the conference finals. Catch us Tuesday. We're gonna talk about what's next for the Clippers. Obviously, they can't get off like that. What happened needs to be discussed, and I think we need to really look at this team, look at Doc Rivers, look at Chris Paul. Obviously, of course, Blake Griffin. And see what's next for them. Catch us Tuesday. If you're watching this after Tuesday, catch the podcast. Yeah.
Peace.